Hey, welcome back to another Mind the Mic.
Let's
U.B.U. My Uso Leeka, man. We in the building, baby. Just want to play a little jam for my Uso. See if he can catch a little vibe on this. Even if he doesn't, I'll catch a vibe for the both of us. Let's go.
Oh.
Siggy Mozo. Hey,
Oh.
hey, hey. Tell me what you thinking, what you feeling. Tell me what you thinking, what you feeling. We about to run this shit, Australia and New Zealand. Hey,
Reminisce the days when I was a dolphin, when I had no food and I'm praying and then I'm hoping, sitting back soaking, weight of the world on my back, I'm broken. The devil with a one-way ticket with a free token. Now that shit is never spoken, but it's never been written. The sin has been given, so I'ma keep ripping on this microphone. But I've been coming around in here to spit in from the dome, and now I'ma pass it on to the brother right here, cause you know I gotta disappear.
Hey, he gotta disappear. Check it. He gotta disappear, but let me just paint this picture. I wanna paint the picture clear, make it crystal. Put you in that shit, it's official, just like the referee's whistle. And if you got it, if I hit, I won't miss you. Hey, coming at you like a dragon that's been in the lair. See, these players been playing on the wrong kind of way. See, I'm living in the place where they don't know my mind in sort of a state that I don't know. Inferno, burn, baby, burn till the hoes come out. And then they telling me this off the mind. Yeah, I'm out wilding out like my name Nick Cannon, or maybe I'm just Cat Williams. Said they get it, I'm brilliant. Feeling like a little bit diligent when I grind on them. Tenacity, capacity to just keep going. They keep growing, but I keep flowing. And while your cotton's broken, I don't know, just keep sewing. Man, I feel so good. I feel so hood. Been a minute since my Uso and my man been in the booth, but we looking good. We told them U.B.U. I guess these cats is clowns and they ain't got no clue. So we coming, we the crew. It's Mind the Mic, Leeka and Shubz. You know we bring it dynamite. They want that day in the white. We bring it UFC. I gotta tell them who that. Now we bringing it free. Kick it to the country from A to B. They want that A to B. We talking A to Z, end of the alphabet. Until they spit it till they break their neck. Bust a couple rhymes on top of them, never forget.
Let's go.
Freestyle from the Mindos. I knew it was catching the vibe, Mozo.
Oh, there's a nice little beat.
That was on too. How you coming there? Woohoo, brother. Okay, no. If you weren't married, okay, well, the aunties be dropping their taros. Well, they're still dropping them, but anyway.
What have we got up the top there?
Oh shit! Sorry, Tinido. I'll change that when we're in the thing anyway. I'll change that, but let's just do a midway one. Shout out to Tinido. That was the last episode. That's how much this is all over the place, because the brother is all over the place. Holy Rick, no sleep is real. There we go. We fixed this.
Go.
We fixed it, guys.
I was like, I'm not that brown.
Shout out to Tinido. Yeah, wow, that was a dope podcast though. That's also what's been happening, my brother. How's your week been? What's going down?
It's been crazy, just work. Caught up with my boy. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
after all these years. It's been a few years. 2 years since we've talked, really.
2 years?
Yeah, since we've talked on the phone. He's 15.
15?
Hey, bigger than me, yeah? Bro, it buzzed me out, right? Cool. He's like, because I've been waiting for the day that he comes and calls me up after all the, after the shit, been waiting. But when he's like, oh, I want to talk to you, Dad, and I was like, oh, fuck, buzzed out. Like, yeah, see, let's go. Like,
let's go, brother, let's go.
And then he picks up the phone and he's like, oh, who? And I was like, hey, nah, bro, what are you coming with?
Not the oh, yeah. Got a deep voice.
I was like, hey, this fella, hey. I was like, he's boy's massive, bro. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
For anyone listening, because some people already know you got 2 little ones and you have spoken on the bro, but only briefly. So what's the go? The bro, just for anybody that might be listening, maybe going through the same sitch, brother, on both sides.
Oh. Well, when he was left when he was about 3, left to Australia, but he bro, that's probably like the hardest weekend I ever had was the last weekend that I had with him, and then I had to, knowing I was saying goodbye, bro, I pretty much cried the whole weekend before I left him. But I didn't show anyone that, bro. They just see me just typical, like I didn't care, but bro, I was cut as knowing I was not coming back. But I left New Zealand when he was like 3 years old, and I left Australia just to chase things, and and I had my ups and downs and over here, but that's it's what you got to do, it's the journey of a man, like sometimes you just got to take those steps and know, like, been hard missing him. But
Yeah.
so he's been in New Zealand the whole time over there. I've gone and seen him a couple of times, like been back to New Zealand and brought him over here over the years. But been 6 years since I've seen him now.
Far out, brother, and like the amount of growth in the man too. So like and you had, when was the last time you talked to him? Like talk to him.
Yeah, like almost 2 years ago, before babies were born. He was like,
so before he had siblings even.
Yeah, dude, he's turning 13. That's right. So he's turning 13, and you know how, Dad, I want some putio every year. My birthday's coming up, and then I was like, this year I was like, nah, bro. Like he's like, I'm turning 13. I was like, yeah. Turned to him and I said, well, don't be calling me 1 week out of your birthday asking me for money, like
Oh, 1 week a year. Yeah.
I said, like 1 week a year, the week before your birthday is the only time I ever hear from you. I'm like, nah. I said, not this year, bro. If you do that this year, bro, I'm not giving you a damn thing, eh? So I got a baby on the way. I said, I can't do that anymore. Like you want your dad in your life? Pick up the phone, have a call. Like didn't quite like that. He didn't quite like that because sure enough, bro, he got the 13 the week before his birthday. He calls me up. I said, nah, you ain't getting shit. It was hard, but I had to. And that was pretty much the last time, because then he's like, you're just useless, Dad. I had to cop all that blame and saying, the abandonment and all that sort of stuff. I had to cop all of that, and it's hard to take all that sort of shit for over the years. I know who I am, bro. I know what I stand for, so it's like.
But he reached out to you for this call, or?
Yeah, well, a couple of weeks ago before the call, I just sort of rang him out of the blue, and he wasn't home. And I said to his mum, I said, I'd love to speak to Tyler, and if he's available, she's, I don't know if he'd want to. And then she must have told him, and he was like, yeah, I want to speak to my dad. And I was like, when? Like, when? Tomorrow. Let's talk, bro. It was good. But
my brother, I'm proud of you, because I know, obviously, I even remember you talking about the bro hitting you up for the cash, and like, nah, cuzzy, so that ain't it, and that. So that's a few years back now. How, obviously, you said you moved over, all that kind of stuff. What kind of other conversations did you have? Like, when you would come in, like when you're doing your journey and trying to get, clean and all of that, what you did, and you've been clean. How long? How long you been clean now off the glass pipe? 12 years, my brother. And like, I'm super proud of you even to this day, my brother. Every time you tell me, I think that's an achievement of doom, because there's people out here fighting it for 12 years, times 2, times 3, you know what I mean? And like losing everything. But obviously hard decision though, like, to, even though you knew you had to get out of this circle, you probably didn't envision that you wouldn't see your son much. Like for it, like for like, that probably wasn't part of the idea when you left.
Well, it kind of was. Like, I knew, that's why it broke me inside when I left, because I was like, I'm not coming back. Like, I'm not coming back for a while, and I don't know when I'm coming back, and I couldn't, like, I couldn't even answer myself that question. So fuck, when can I say? I can't tell him when I'm coming back, because I don't know, and I'm still here. So like they just that was hard to like walk away like that. But knowing, fuck, I had to go do something, but there was a conversation that I even had with him. He's 15 now, and I was able to sit him down and have these sort of talks with him, and he was able to, comprehend and talk to it like he was just talking to me, like, instead of having the mother and all the other influences that tell him exactly who his dad is without actually knowing who his dad is. You like that little dig, eh? You like that little dig? Because y'all don't know shit.
Get your shovel out, brother.
Y'all don't know shit.
Was that a pickaxe, Docs?
That was one of those judgmental pickaxes.
If you are a big tree. Get it also. And you're similar though, like, also in a way. Like, you grew up without your dad, like, so could you speak on that as well? Because you've had it on both sides. You know what I mean? Being the father, and then also being the son that didn't know why his dad left or why he wasn't with him? What's the go there, brother? What was that like, and what kind of cordials, what kind of conversations did the people around you, your role models, the carers, whatever, say to you at the time when you were young?
When I was young, I wasn't listening to anybody, bro. Like,
No, but I mean about your dad not being there. You know what I mean? Like about him when he.
Oh, that was just my old, I only just really heard my old lady talk shit, bro. And then the whole family, and then the rest of the family. Like, I knew my dad was the black sheep. He was out the gate. So, but I knew that. Like, you couldn't hide that from me. I knew who he was.
Fuck, that's my.
Hey, I was like, oh yeah, I already know that. So yeah, why you all? Oh, yep. But it's what it is. But yeah. We're all the same. Like, that's what cracked me up, because I even said it to the baby mama, and I said, she told me that he dropped out of school, he started a course and doing all this sort of stuff now, and I was like, that's good. He's like me. He'll learn out of school. He'll become more educated out of the education system. Really, like the more he's doing with his hands and shit. And she goes, oh yeah, he's
keep going.
And she goes, oh, he's exactly like you. And I was just like, had this moment there. I was like, I remember having arguments, bro, like years ago. This is almost going back like, I don't know, 9 years ago. And they're saying, like, I'm trying to help them with advice for what he's going through in the mind, And so,
because you've done it.
Because
been there.
Fuck, I know I know exactly where he's at. Like, the only person that would know him that well would be me. And they didn't understand it. Like, nah, you're not here. You don't know shit. And then I heard that, and then she said it. Nah, he's exactly like you. And I was like, well, bro, I tried to tell you that almost a decade ago. Now you're. But like,
come on, man.
Oh, bro, I wanted to do a huck. I wanted to do a mean huck, bro, but I just couldn't. Like, I just. I know. Like, fuck, bro. But the stress over the years, you know what I mean? Like, as a father, still trying to be there, and the stuff you got to deal with, and over the years you deal with that sort of shit, but you're still just holding back, just trying to be there. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had my moments where I've just gone off the nana, and just because it's like trying to actually reason with ignorance, and you like get nowhere, and you just, there's me on fiery ears, like, fuck, get it through your head. But that's the opposite of how you make it work with that shit, Like, fucking,
literally,
you learn 100%.
100 miles or 100.
But like in, but
no,
I was just saying, like, as through my life, my old man, and then coming through it with my son, like, it's not one. I don't want to wait 28 or till he's 28 to get that relationship back. Like, it took me and my dad till almost, till I was almost 30, just to have a relationship.
Oh, you're 30. Oh, I thought you was 21.
I was.
I took her to Lawasa yesterday. No.
I'll paint these grays on just to look distinguished and shit.
Yeah. Just trying to go for that distinguished vibe. They're wise sensei vibe, brother.
Hey. Mr. Miyagi, you reckon?
Oh, wax off, baby.
I'll do one of those kung fu ones there, just.
Not the Nigel Wanga, nah.
Yeah, let's go.
That's mean. No, I think about that too, because as you know, similar, my old man wasn't around, brother. He was young. Him and the old lady were young when they had me. So, and then, but like all my life, brother, because my dad, he'd like call me a bit, but he'd always promise me shit and never deliver, like never, like, or it would just be the only deliveries I'd get would be through the mail, so it'd be like a phone dad, brother, and you go to like rugby or whatever, and you look around and all the kids got their dads, or like, or some of the homies don't because they're in jail or something, some of the homies don't, but most of them, had their dad, and you're like, brah, like, wish they had that, brother, bro. So I just, people just ask me about my dad, and I would be like, boy, when I was a kid, a boy's like, my dad smashed over fucking 8 people with fucking, I'm just fucking make up, like, because I just try to paint him, brother, you know what I mean? Like, I had my koro, who was like a big influence, my grandfather, but the difference for me was I knew who my dad was, like, I knew who he was. If I didn't know him, like, I sort of, when I was growing up, I wish I just didn't know him, like, then I wouldn't have like been like, yeah, well, fucking this is my dad, like, and he just never showed up or anything. He moved to Australia when I was like 5 years old. You know what I mean? Came for a couple of holidays, but you know, fuck, what's that? What's a couple of holidays? You know, and then as I got older, I think I started resenting him more because when I came here, like my stepmom and shit, she would talk about how you know he loved you so much and he just wanted you to be here with him. And in my head, I'm like, bullshit, like, you know, because I, you know, we went through heaps of shit, you know, child abuse, all that kind of stuff. And I think in my head, like, fuck, that shit wouldn't happen if you're around, sort of thing. But again, understanding he was young, you know, understanding he was young when I was born, but also he did try to have me. Like I learned that later that he did like try to have me, but then my mother made it a bit difficult, according to him, and then like, you know, then I wasn't taken off my mother as well, so you know my grandparents had me as well, so obviously a hard time, confusing time. And then his name wasn't on my birth certificate, so I don't know, obviously, you know, in my head I'm like, oh, just go put it on there, cousin, and you know, if you want, you know, all of that shit just says to me you don't want me, or you. And then for my mum, she would always tell me that your dad, like your like your grandparents didn't want you, like on my dad's side, because she was pregnant with me as a teenager, and then she would say like, yeah, your grandparents didn't want you. You know, I'm the one, like, you know, I kept you. Yeah, I'm the one. I'm the reason. Like, obviously, like I chose to keep you. My koro was like told them all to get fucked because they obviously wanted, you know, her to, you know, get rid of me because they were young, and they were young teenage parents as well. And then, you know, obviously didn't want their son to be a teenage parent. So I understand, you know, their thoughts. They weren't religious or anything, so abortions didn't really mean anything to them in that, you know, manner. But obviously, I survived, Mouse. I survived, and
I made it out the sack.
Made it out the sack, out the womb, brother. And like, somehow I'm still here, Mouse.
But there's something to touch on too, because you can, like, I don't know from experience as a father, like, there's so many fathers out there that, you know, we make these mistakes when we're young, and we try to, some of them, you know, some of us try to be there, some of us don't. But then, like, you know, you do have the mothers that make it real hard of all these rules and all these expectations to what you got to do, bro. And it's like, you got to jump through hoops. Like, how many fathers are out there, like, where they would hear this and say, like, 100% they're like, from drop of a call, it's like, you got to pick up the kids, you got to do this. And I'm like, oh, fuck, like, but I want the child support, and I want the hair, and I want the payment, and you got to pay the car. Like, oh, fuck. But I want the house, and I want this, and give me the car back.
Oh, well, wait, there you go. It sounds like you can speak on that for sure.
No, I'm just making up scenarios right there. But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know,
oh,
like,
sicarios.
Sicarios. You know, sicario?
Sicario.
Yeah, it's a cousin to the Cheerio. Cheerio, baby.
Cheerio, baby. No, but you're right, brother. When it comes to that, so like obviously, if like, you know, from my dad's side of things, I made it a little bit difficult. But then also, like I said, again, she was young, brother. She was young, and I realized that. I didn't realize that. I didn't think about that as a child, because like, all you think is like, these cunts don't want me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here with, like, it wasn't like I was with my grandparents, and then I'm like I love, don't get me wrong, I love my koro, man, and I love my nan, my nan. To be honest, bro, like my mum's side, she will tell everybody that, like, I raised that boy, but bruv, like, fuck off. It was my koro, brother, my koro G, you know. My nan was like she was a professional mourner, brother. She left there, but she left all over the place, brother. You know, she was fucking dealing everything, cuzzy, and like all the, like my koro used to do it too. But like when I was coming, brother, when my mum was pregnant with me, he changed his life, brother. Like literally, he went to rehab, Hamner Springs, because I was in Christchurch there, out of Christchurch. He went there, changed his whole shit. My nan went there too, but my mum reckons it was just for like PR. Yeah, you know, like, but like, fuck me, you know. Then my name listen to this, oh fuck yeah, but like, wow, I'm just saying, this is my story, G. That's how I seen it anyway, and from my understanding, and yeah, for me, I always thought, fuck, if I just didn't know my parents, like, it'll be all good, because then I'll see my mum every so often, you know what I mean? But then, like, a lot of times, her and I would clash, brother, and I just felt like my old lady hated me, brother, straight up. I felt like she hated me all my life. And then my dad, I just felt like he didn't want me, or that he only talked to me because my nan, his mother, like, sort of made him. That's how I felt, like, you know, in my head, confused little kid, and a thinker, hard out thinker, like you are also, like a big thinker, like, so like all these thoughts are being processed in my head as a child, and no one can really tell me otherwise, you know what I mean? And then when my dad's telling me, yes, son, we're gonna do this and that, and then You know, December comes, the next year comes, and it doesn't happen, and it doesn't happen, brother. The bro's just like, fuck, like, take away all the other stuff that happened, G. I'm just thinking, like, brah, like, do you even like me, G? You know what I mean? Like, do you even like me? And then when I ended up, like, actually, like, staying with my dad a little bit when I was like a teenager, bro, I already, my opinions on the world and my worldview was sort of formed. And obviously, you can still, you know, learn and grow and wipe out for life. We can still learn and add to our cup. But I thought, like, bro, just like the bro would trying to be like he'd be like a hardly around, and then next minute he's trying to tell me to, bro, you're grounded, you'll do this, you go and I'll get to my aunties and uncles, brother, and like just get off the plane, and the bro's getting me to like fucking go and wash all those dishes and dry them all. I'm like, hey, go for a fucking holiday. The bro's like telling me, well, bro, and like in my head, G, I'm like, oh hell no, hell no, hell no, brother. You know, and I think like he obviously not being a parent ever, you know, and then me coming to him as a teen, you know, being pretty much, you know, sent to him as a teen, and then I took my brother, bring my brother with me. He's obviously trying to, because we were bad men, you know, we was bad men, brother. So because we were up to no good. He probably obviously tried to create an environment that he thought, you know, like we needed discipline. And he's like, bro, but I don't have no respect for you, cuz. How you gonna like have me now and then think I got respect for you? You don't even give a fuck. Like that's what I felt like, you know what I mean? Now you want to tell me what to do? Like get to know me first, homeboy, you know? So like him and I clash mean, G, like gangster mean. And then my brother just used to sit there like, fuck, this cunt's out the gate, brother. And when I say my brother, it's my cousin. So we were in trouble, brother. You know, I was back and forth between us and home. And I said to my like he was pretty much like trying to take me or bring me back to Oz, and then I was sort of like, well, I ain't coming unless my brother's coming, you know. He's my first cousin, but and then he's like, nah. Well, I was like, well, fuck you then, bro. I ain't coming, and then like literally what I said, hang up the phone. Fucking next day, fucking flights, brother. Me and my brother. Yeah. But like we end up coming in, but then again, like for me, any parents out there that maybe even fathers or maybe mothers that are going through it and maybe didn't have your children, and then you get to have them custody of them or whatever, or you're looking after them, even if they're troubled youth, bro, don't come with the energy of like you're their boss, G. Come, especially if they're kids like me, of like, you know, grew it up just fucking around, like, you know, running amok with some adults and stuff. Like that ain't gonna wash, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta like build some rapport with them first, just like anybody. Man, because like yeah, that was the biggest thing for me, bro. Like, hey, and then shout out to my uncle, you know, my uncle Pete, bro. Like, because that's actually my dad's best friend, brother. My dad's best friend since he was young. But him, G, he was a G. But every time I come over, brother, like he would hang out with me more than my old man. Like, you know, I was coming to visit him, bro. My uncle Pete's the man, G, and still to this day, still a G, man. Like, and don't get me wrong, like my dad and I gone through a lot of shit with, you know, rumbles and this and that. We're good now, though, brother. Like, I ask him for advice and stuff like that. You know, these days, I remember my baby mama tells the story about one of my uncles, me and my dad, because we're very similar, G, loud, fucking life of the party. Just, and my uncle Pete talked about it on the weekend to the sis Maddie about like with the family, you gotta like, if you don't talk as loud as them, they won't hear you. But it's not because they're ignoring you, they just can't hear you because they're all loud and they can all hear each other. But then if you're quiet, because my uncle Pete's quiet as, he's like, bro, you're not getting the word, and so you gotta talk over them. And then they'll go, oh yeah, and otherwise the brothers will just keep going. And all my dad's siblings are like that, and because I'm not that much younger than them, you know, I sort of grew up as like on and off as like their little brother, and I hung out more with his siblings than I ever did him, you know what I mean, because he was here. Especially his youngest brother, he's like my older brother, you know what I mean. My uncle Kyle, self-centered. Some people might know him as was a bit of a rapper, still is actually, was in Morse Gang and all that. But dope rapper, and he actually inspired me to write rhymes when I was a little kid and get into rapping as well. You know? Shout out to self-centered, man. Yeah, so I think also went like me and my dad a lot better, but like, and it took us a long time to get that way, and I just had to try to drop my ego in a lot of places, not get rid of it, because I don't think you should ever kill your ego, because ego is just like fire, can fuel you, but it can also burn your house, so you control it. You know, if you don't have one, I think you get walked all over. So yeah, definitely had to like check my
create
ego
your
out.
own. As you know, growing up on your own, you create your own values, and you see things for as you think that, you know, like, nah, that's what's correct, what's wrong. You know, you make your own decisions in life like that. No other influence.
Yeah, nah, that's it. Well, when you got none, also when you've got no other influence, like you got influences, but it's just you running amok by yourself, going from house to house, staying with different people, staying on the street, like, you know what I mean? You make up your own fucking ideas, brother, and then you know what I mean? You also, when you're little, you're younger, and you got
Jumping
these
from
attitudes
pick
like,
to pick.
not the pickles, bigger to the bigger, yeah.
Jumping from the pick to pick.
Well, have you ever been napped? Have you ever been napped having a tap, or
What do you mean?
like say anybody like old lady or somebody just rolled in on you?
Oh no! Oh, I don't know.
Nah.
People like I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, not
You know,
really.
like the sister-in-law, and they like come in the door and like we going Andy, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, you're the handy. That's why.
See, that's funny though. Well, that's funny. Like you and your man, it's like me and my son, like the same sort of like you're like him. I'll be
Literally,
like the old man, bro. Like it's going
yeah.
out the gate.
But you got your story right. But the
Yeah.
son doesn't see that story, my mother. He's only seeing from his perspective and what he's being fed. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? He's being fed that. Yeah. Oh, you know what's crazy though? Because my mum used to trip me out, G, like, and love to my mum too. Again, like her and I didn't have the best relationship, brother. Like I said, I thought she hated me, brother. You know, I always did, because like we'd hang out for 5 minutes, brother, arguing always, brother. But then she's telling me she loved me, then she give me a crack and telling me like what? You know what I mean? Yeah, but, and
I love you. Because I love you.
No, but you know, the worst thing for me was like out of all the dongs, you know what I mean? I got and all that from old lady, anybody, even the sexual abuse from, you know, the fucking scumbags. The worst things for me, brother, like, and they still reign supreme, are what my mum used to say to me, bruv. Like, honestly, like the thing, like if someone goes to you, what's your biggest trauma? And you go, oh, it's like sexual abuse. I'll say, nah, bruv, it's not sexual or physical abuse. It was my mother telling me you're fucking useless, you're ugly, you're flat when you sing, you're this, bro. That kind of shit that my mum used to do to me, bruv, it rang through my fucking brain for like to this day still, brother. And then also the person that I, oh, there you go, the same, the person that I am, it made me think, well, fuck you, I'll show you, I'll prove you wrong, sort of a thing, you know. And you, like I said, again, I'm not hating on my mum. This is just my story and how I seen it through my lens. Like, much love to my mother. I remember, you remember Ricky, Pretty Ricky, no, old Ricky that used to be in our in the TFHI, and he was saying to us about, there was a guy that was on
Ricky
Instagram, brother. Tiny daddy, yeah, no, it was the brother Ricks, and he was talking about there was a guy, remember Baden, that brainy ass fella that would use big ass words and like battle all the flat earthers? That guy, Baden.
Oh yeah. I remember those videos.
So Baden, the way Baden and I linked was we were going backwards and forwards, like just in the comment section for, like, I was just doing it for a laugh, and then he was like, you know, just being himself, but he was like, and then it got to a point where he would snap, and like if you weren't buckling to his words, he would snap and be like, and start doing insults. So he goes like, oh, your mum should have swallowed you. And then I remember Ricky going, oh, like, you know, like anybody said that about my mum, I would end them. And then he goes, oh, brother, how you like let that happen? And I was like, bro, like, I don't think you understand, like, the relationship you have for your mother, that's beautiful. Like, you know, she looked after you, she nurtured you. I don't have that same respect, brother, because my mother was fucking a whole lot of people in, you know, the street. And you know what I mean? Like, I love my mum, don't get me wrong. Like, I do love my mum, and she's got a bit as a grandmother. She's, you know, better in that, and even through nursing, looking after my younger brother, who's got a few things, you know, that means a few health issues, and then she's done awesome with that, brother. But when I was younger, bro, like, I didn't have respect for her, bro, because I felt like she didn't respect me. You know what I mean? Like, at all. Like, how am I going to respect someone that don't respect me? And that's like another thing I always talk about. And you and I think see eye to eye on this point. And it doesn't matter if we didn't either, because we're brothers anyway, and we can agree to disagree. But that whole respect your elders, you know, that's forced down our throat. Respect your elders, respect your elders. But then how many elders have done bad shit to me, G? Like, you know what I mean? So like, and if I sit there and respect my elders, that's like Uncle Bully's telling Gracie to shh, don't tell anyone, or shh, that's just our secret. You know what I mean? Respect your elders when he's fucking molesting you. That's that kind of shit. So like, if I respect elders, if they respect me, and if they don't respect me, then hell no. Stick it up your yeah.
You're just old now. You could have been a cunt back when you were younger.
Yeah.
You still a cunt now.
Also.
Like,
just because your birthday was before mine, like that.
Just because you were born with Jesus. Just because
just because you were there moving the pyramid blocks into place, can't. I mean, like,
oh, but, you know, did you see the for the giants? Oh,
yes, fucking hell. Was that you with Littlefoot? Oh. Was it Bigfoot or Littlefoot? One of those. Land before time.
Oh yeah, Littlefoot. Yeah.
Littlefoot there, brother. Just because you were there with all Littlefoot.
But that's like my old lady too. Like when I went through the healing process and getting rid of all my trauma and stuff, there was heaps of stuff that came straight back to her. And you know, like there's so many things I wanted to take to her and go and talk to her about. It's still, you know, like I was like came with it. It's like I need to talk to you about all this trauma. Like there's so much shit. Like it's fuck you need to answer to, bro. Like to the old that's why I still got like heaps of resentment to my old lady. Fucking you still can't talk about life now, like bro, aren't you an adult? Still being the adult, but still being the adult in the whole relationship and the fucking. Because my mum was young, she was only like 16, so she's always been like immature that way. And looking at her like through life doing dumbass shit, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Like you just fucking up our life.
It's got to be hard though. You think about it, like just having children, like you said. You've been big on the whole past traumas and all that kind of stuff, and like I know my mum went through a lot of shit, like a lot of shit too. Like a lot of our, unfortunately, a lot of our whānau and especially young ladies go through back home. And I was talking to one of the breathers yesterday on the podcast about how Aotearoa has the highest youth suicide rate in the world, and I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if you know a lot of people that are around your age or around your friend group that have probably taken their lives, because our country, sadly, is huge for it. You know what I mean? In the developed world, it's the leader. Well, I don't know if it still is, but it has been for a long time. It was for a long time. And yeah, like understanding all of that now, it's like, fuck, that's pretty ratchet. You know what I mean? And like, you know, maybe
the health of this, maybe for the youth, it's been shit for years. You know what I mean? Like, quick to deem you mental, but won't give you the health. Eh?
Yeah, 100
things you actually need.
100%, brother. That's why I like initiatives like people take the piss out of my king, brother. But like he's out there charging for people that commit suicide for years now. You know what I mean? Like for years, and like not only that, he's got a charity that's 100%. All the funding goes 100% into like all the admin fees, all that's paid for. He like it all goes straight into the mahi, straight into the work on helping people. I think like more people in the game doing those kind of things. Who knows? Also, maybe me and you and everything we do around here and all the whānau at Mind the Mic, we can create some stuff like that too and help in that space. Like I don't really know. You'd probably be better for like, you know, those programs, brother. You do all that stuff. Fucking I'll just go look in the mirror and tell myself, shut the fuck up and let's go. That's good enough for me. Yeah, I just say, you know.
Sometimes it works. Some people just develop their way to get through it. You know, like some people are just strong like that. But like, you know, like some people are just strong like that. They can't just.
I don't judge people else. Like, because some people, like I said, like everybody says, talk to you. You need to talk to someone. Sometimes I think. Like that might work for some people and like good on you, but like I don't want to talk to no stranger. If I'm going to talk to someone, I'd rather talk to like my brother or you know what I mean, like something like that. But I don't talk to no fucking like you know, not saying they're only bullied, but a lot of times Parker fresh out of uni, you'd never even lived a life like me, looking at his fucking book like this, like, and then also because the only the thing for me too is I had the one experience I've had with a counselor, psychologist, whatever they called. I was at school and our bus ran over a lady, popped her head, brother. Popped her head on the straight up, brother. So she went across the road, Mosul. She went across the road and then she put her foot out and then the bus pulled her under, brother, and ran over her head, brother, and the whole thing, you just heard this loud pop and you thought like, oh, we curbed it and like the tire popped. Like, oh, that's weird. Bro, but that was her fucking head, brother. Anyway, we in school and that, and then the bros over there, because the bro sees it. Well, stop, not the bro, he's just the fellow, just talk heaps of smack. But he's over there like he's like, watch out for the lady. Oh, you ran in front of her. Oh, you ran over. Oh, her head. And we're like, nah, no, now, G. We thought it was all shit there. Then we look over the side and holy wreck, Jesus, all like, you know, it's like the body, no head, brother, just flat, just gone, just goo.
And that's like, so sad, but I can't.
Yeah, sad as, but like through that,
ow, bus driver, you got her foot.
But through all of that also, we did the fucking hell. That's how we said it, though. I was there.
I know. Fuck.
It was trauma.
Oh, bus driver, you run over her. Oh, fuck, you pulled her under her. Oh, that's shit, you ran over her head.
No, that's what it was like, G. No, he was like, you ran over her head. Oh, her brain's all over the road. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, what are you on about, G?
I would have gone like that,
Oh, G, it was, bro, straight up, G. If I heard that pop again, I reckon I'll remember, like, just sound. Gee, it was ratchet. But this happens anyway. And then because of that, the school, like, gets us to do the counselors and all of that stuff. So I did one, brother, you know, first time. And I got heaps of packets to take to the counsellor before this pop happened, cuz a long time ago, you know. Hey, your boy was crawling around eating cockroaches off the ground as a baby. Maybe
I got heaps shit. Run the bus back. Okay, he's more I can throw under it.
Yeah, exactly those, you know, and actually, like, shout out to that lady and her family. But the story was from what I remember, she was a school teacher, and I think she left her car, so she was late to tuck her car in for a service the day before. So she went to go and take it in the morning with the next morning before she went to school as the teacher across the road, not at our school, another school. And like the sliding door moment, like if she got her car in earlier, then like she never would have got run. So the light went green to turn and for the crosswalk as well. So they both went like a malfunction or some shit like that. From what I can remember, like this is fucking, you know, what, 20 years ago or some shit. You know what I mean?
Tragic, like ages ago. Quick it happens like that, eh? Like these are like
yeah, brother. Straight up, G. And the pop, G, bro. Straight up, it just sounds like fucking the tire pop, but it was her dome just got squashed by the bus tire, G. Straight up. And I remember the boys, like, so a few of the Usos walking outside, like walking down the bus, and like, oh, yeah, like because they don't know, when they realized that it was like actual, they don't want to look. But then as soon as they stepped out, you know, I guess, you know, curiosity killed the cat, and boom.
Oh, Miss, you look like toothpaste.
Ratchet also. Pretty ratchet, kind of. Oh, we're gonna get banned for life now. You fucking kid. I love you, Mo. No, that's what we do. That's what we do. Yeah, we just express ourselves. But like straight up, G, without like, I don't know, like I hope her family's all good. But if she didn't, like if she actually got her car in the day before, like she would have been all good there. Like she wouldn't have, like that wouldn't happen. Sliding doors, cuzzy, like alternate universes things, you know what I mean? Or even maybe like maybe the hubby calls just you know, or you know, maybe even if she had us on the side pump, maybe the on the side pump gives her a quick call before picks down, pick the phone up, doesn't look at the light, safe, bus goes past. Fuck, I missed it. I'll go next one. Safe as. Yeah, but they pretty much stepped out at the same time, brother. Apparently, like she stepped out on the thing and the bus went turned and took her foot. Boom. But yeah, went to the counselor. The counselor goes to me, and then the bro, I started like, you know, started talking and unpacking some things, and then the bro's like starts like telling me I'm like this because of I was like, hey, bro, I mean, like I thought you were gonna listen to me, and he was like, I was like, oh fuck you, and then I tried to like have a rumble with him. I tried to have a rumble with him, G, so that didn't work out too good. Yeah, no. And that's the only time I've ever. But then I thought about it too. So I was like, bro, I can like, you can develop your own ways. Like, fucking look in the mirror and like fucking chuck it there and let it go and like let's run the ball again. Even one of the sisters, she used to say she'll just like she'll cry in the shower and just let it all down the drain, and then walk back into her family and be all good. Like that was her way. Like I think we can. There's multiple ways of releasing. I think people who look down on other people for not going to therapy or forcing people to go to therapy, like, hey, it might work for some. I don't think it works for everyone. It's not a one size fits all kind of, you know, solution. I don't think. Like, you know, that's just my opinion. But I don't have a fucking textbook.
It's something that people don't do enough of, though, you know what I mean? Like, you know, but yeah, like everyone's like, oh, what's wrong with me? Or what's wrong with me? Not just be like, fuck, nothing's wrong with you. Just get on with it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Or like have that release. Have that release.
It's probably not said enough.
Yeah, or like have that release, brother. Like, yeah, have that release. Like, because even sometimes, brother, sometimes I just, you know, if I haven't had a, you know, like if I haven't,
oh my god,
oh my god, if I haven't had one of those, sometimes, you know, and then one of those, you know, because you know when you do the mean one, when you're at the top of the mountain, it's over to climb it up the mountain, you know, fucking, and you release those ones, brother, the raw comes out. But and if you don't get to do that, sometimes I'll just go outside and just like howl at the moon, brother, just, you know. And then boom, like some people are like, oh, you crazy. But like, bruh, if that stops you from like doing something to yourself, but I reckon all good, because you just go get it off your chest, whatever way you need to. Yeah, or if you're that way inclined, take it on the chest. Let's go.
Well,
baby.
That's what you do. Yeah. That's what you do when you do these healing things anyway. That's what you're doing anyway in some of these aspects anyway.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to these wanangas,
talk about that also. Talk about this. Yeah, let's go.
If you go into a wananga, bro, like, you know, like the ones back home, you know, they'll get you on the beach, they'll do the haka, you get you in the, you know, in your elements and start bringing it out, and you start doing like, you know, the haka. But that's just empowering. That's, you know, letting it out one way. But you know, there's heaps of different ways in the healing side. But you know, that's just that good aggression as men. Just be masculine. Just let the shit out, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, let it out, brother. Let it out. Don't hurt nobody. You know what I mean? Like, let it out so you don't hurt yourself or anybody else. And carry. Because you know what else I think too. Also, like we talked about it the week. I don't know. Oh no, I didn't think you were on there. But I was talking about like, they were talking about as rugby league soft these days, or as the NRL soft. And I was like, bro, I think that's just society. But I think as much as it's amazing that we talk about mental health in there, because it is good, because a lot of people didn't talk about it back in the days and stuff like that, and didn't know how to. And who was I talking to? Oh, I think I was talking to someone. I can't remember. So many breathers talking to, but talking to someone yesterday about remember that correlation that I told you about World War I to World War II, and why PTSD probably rose, and the only causation they could really find is that people were integrated back into society a lot quicker in World War II because of technology had advanced from World War I, and you know what I mean, they was able to get them home faster, all of that kind of stuff, instead of whereas in World War I they all had to sit on a boat with their fellow man and just, like you say, let it out. And you're more likely to let it out with everybody else and go home, you know what I mean, after getting it off their chest. Whereas in World War II, a lot of them went straight home. You know what? And a lot of the stuff probably, when people talk about how bad war is, like on whether it's, you know, Palestine right now, Iraq, and the ramifications, the after effects aren't just on the places and the lands that the war is perpetrated on, also to the people that come home, and not just to their children, but their children's children. And that goes back to like what you said about past traumas, most, like, you know what I mean? Like people come back from war, because I don't know countless stories of people coming back from World War II, especially because that was the big one. And they come back from World War II and beat their kids, beat their wife, all that kind of things. And then their kids grew up, beat their kids, beat their wives, you know what I mean? And till the cycle's broken. Hey. Fuck, we going in today.
Yeah, fucking deep.
The also like, well, you are.
But that's it, like, well, we say like that. And that's, it's very, very obvious. Like the most discriminated like person around in the world right now is probably the alpha male. You know what I mean? Like the alpha male can't say shit about nothing, man. We can't do shit about nothing, or we get, you know, shunned and all sorts of stuff, man. But the alpha male is the one, you know, the leader, the provider, you know, the hunter. We're out there. We're out there trying to do that shit, but we ain't allowed.
Yeah, you know what it is too. Like, and if you're right, like
being real men, like, you cut yourself. Oh well, wash it off. Oh, I cut myself.
Yeah.
Let me write a tweet about it and put it on Reddit so Shubz and Leeka can read it
out. Hey, U.B.U, mate. U.B.U, buddy, you write that shit. We'll read it, all right. No, but you're right. I was like, there's so much going on in the world where people are like, bro, we gotta, you know, everything is offending everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I think, bro, like one of the best quotes I heard, and this was on was you know, Andrew Schultz, the comedian. He talked about, he does improv, he's a comedian obviously, and he's doing an improv show, and there was someone in the audience was a vegan, and then he goes, where are you from, miss? And she goes, from wherever. And then he goes, no, where are you from? She's like, I'm from the Philippines originally, like her family from the Philippines. And then he goes, oh, okay. So in the Philippines, they eat dog, right? And she goes, yeah. And he goes, he goes, yeah, this is the thing with people, like, and I'm not saying like, you can't be vegan, be whatever the hell you want to be, but don't push your agendas on everybody. You know what I mean? Like, because that's the thing too, is like, things like that vegan Nazism, when people are vegans, right? But then they want to push it on everybody else with their meat is murder and all that kind of stuff. And the bro pretty much framed it like the only reason people are like that is because they had to starve or go and hunt for their food. So they're like, they're detached from how food actually gets on your plate. You know what I mean? Like, if they was in the Philippines and there was only dog on the menu, or like the brother Raul, remember Raul?
Yeah, dude,
you know what I mean? Yeah, brother, they'll be eating whatever it is, brother, because you be hungry. But when
100%.
And then, think about this too. So, how many of how many people today, say in cities, or well, I don't know what the percentage would be, but there'll be a high percentage of people that live in cities that have probably lived in cities for 1,000 years, like going back to ancient Rome and all of these old, you know what I mean, back to like ancient Europe. They've lived in cities forever, where they've been able to go to markets. So they've detached from like that. You can go to the bush and you can go hunt something, and how to gut a pig and what it's like when it's, you know what I mean?
Consumer feed, bro.
For a long time though, but not even just one generation, not just the supermarket generation, because even the market generation were doing that stuff, hundreds of years ago. So like, yeah, I think all of that shit detaches people from reality, eh? And then they get in, and then it's all like all this woke culture shit. I don't know. It's just it's trippy, brother. But yeah, everybody, you offend everybody.
Everyone's all woke out, but they really just ain't woke out.
Yeah, they're still asleep here, still asleep. Yeah, or the ones, the ones that trend on every cool thing it is to put a ring around your profile and like, chant for that, like whatever everyone else is trending to chant for at the time. Like, remember back in the days, it was like Paris, like everyone did the fucking Paris, when the shootings happened in Paris, everybody did that ring around their profile, do the Paris one, and then it's the next one, and the next one, then it's Ukraine, you know what I mean? Like, but then the funny thing about it is, like, all of these people that do that and just follow the next trend on like what thing to care about and what the world should be caring. How can you not? Or it's preposterous that you don't feel the same way that I do about this thing. When you go to them and go, bring up situations like Yemen, you know what I mean? How Yemen's been bombed for fucking, ages, and all these other places like in sub-Saharan Africa and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, bro, is it like, what do you want me to care about every single thing in the world? Is that unfortunate? Of course. You know what I mean? But like, bro,
I drive a Tesla.
Oh, that Tesla one was the best, brother. Let's be honest. That Tesla rant, G, that was like one of your top, like, if that doesn't go viral now, when we blow up, we'll go grab that video and repost it.
100%.
That was fucking good, brother. Holy Rick.
What they do, eh? Oh my god. We're saving the world. But have you noticed that over the years, though, like all of these movements and all this sort of stuff where you've got to respect their movement, bro. They'll jam it down your face, but if you speak one word about it, bro, oh, hell breaks loose. Like, especially when it like it started like back in the day, like all the feminist movements, and then it got into the gay rights and shit like that. Like, that from like Stonewall days or whatever. Coming from all that.
What happened to those kinds of dudes? You know what I mean? Like the gays, they were just hearty. They just wanted to like. Because me personally was like,
They just wanted to sing YMCA, man. Like,
yeah, but that's it. They
leave them alone, there, young man.
Yeah, that's it, brother. They just wanted to sing YMCA and flick a little bit, flick a little bit, flick a little bit. And that's, bro. Like, honestly, brother, as long as you ain't doing it to like a young buck, bro, I don't care, G. If you're two dudes and you just want to bang, do your thing. Ra-ta-ta-ta. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But don't be going to a primary. But they be banging at a primary school thinking that you're teaching them gender fucking equality.
Like all of that stuff. I'm sort of like, I just think like kids be kids, brother. That's my opinion on 100%. That. But like, just let kids be kids, brother. And then when they try to tell me like, no, this is what they want. No, you're pushing it into their heads. You know what I mean? Like let the bro decide when he's 18 if he wants to chop old Willie off, let him chop it off. Cause he good on you, brother. Good luck. You know what I mean? But yeah, like Stonewall. That's a good example because people probably don't even know like what's a Stonewall thing that Leeka's talking about. Remember, I don't know, like I remember...
even the people in the movement probably wouldn't even know what that is.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Like
brother.
you
Like,
wouldn't even
so
know. They probably half of them wouldn't even know their own background as to why they are where they are right now. Like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, for anybody that is listening, that's like, what's Stonewall? Stonewall was an uprising with brown and black people in New York. They were sick of the police beating them. They were gay, people. They wanted to just be themselves, and they're hearty, so they rumbled the police. They took them on. You know what I mean? And a lot of those uprisings that happened in the 70s, late 60s, that were like the rainbow movement, a lot of that came off the back of that Stonewall, like these people getting bashed by the police for being these brown and black people being GAY, wanting to be a YMCA, but they weren't trying to hurt nobody. They just wanted to hurt each other in a good way. See, just wanted to tap that air, baby. And yeah, so that happens, and other people are going to say, oh, it's just like disgusting regardless. Well, I don't care, man. Like, fucking honestly, like I said, if that's what you're into, brother, and you're both consenting adults, cuzzy, do your thing, brother. But yeah, so that's what arose. Go look it up. Stonewall, the Stonewall uprising, and that's what pretty much birthed the whole rights movement. And like you said, a lot of people, especially these young ones today, who are waving the flag around and this and that, probably got no idea about all of that stuff. And what do they say? To know where you're going, you got to know where you came from. You know what I mean? So they look back in history.
They just got a pup mask on, sitting there barking at people. Like, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up.
It's an interesting world we live in, my brother. You know what I mean?
Your founding fathers were ready for a rumble.
Yeah, literally, like, and I think Dave Chappelle's the one that said it, brother. Like, where's them real gays? Where's them Stonewall gays? You know what I mean? Like, and see, right, like me saying that right now, people are gonna get offended. Like, bro, I'm not, like I just said. Like, they will cut that little bit out right there, and then it'll be like Shubz and Leeka or like whatever they hate. They hate blah blah blah. People like, shut your mouth and watch the whole podcast. Like,
if they only knew, if they come ask me questions yourself, and I'll tell you a story that'll put that right up your ass.
Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you how great I am. What other problems? What other things when you think about? Since we're just talking about and whining here, slow wine for me, girl. What other what other issues do you think in society right now that you want to vent on us? Because like, holy Rick, the brother needs some sleep over here. And the brother's just going off the chizang.
Well, I think we've already ranted it up, don't you think?
Well, you know what it is? It's probably this devil juice that I'm drinking.
Oh yeah.
It's the devil juice.
The old broken native for don't like that shit.
Yeah, no. Oh, because he give us some flash drink then. But anyway, no.
Western world, we should have some nice pharmaceuticals in their drink, eh?
Oh, pharmaceutical, boy. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Also, you got anything else on your mind that you think? Have we provided solutions? Probably not.
No, probably not.
I
reckon one thing that bugs is the amount of information that's out there about shit that's going on that nobody sees to believe. But it's all out there happening, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people, corrupt people, all this sort of shit going on. They don't put on they don't put it on the news. They're like, every Tom, Dick, and Harry that sits in front of their TV watching this, just the normal narrative, they don't even see this. No one would never know what would be happening, like when my Tesla run, all the fucking cobalt and stuff that they're getting out of Africa and shit. And all over the world, these other things that go, but they'll be like, oh no, that's not happening. Well, how do you think you're getting all that shit in your car?
Yeah,
I think that's definitely an issue. Like, there's no transparency within like what they're really up to, or what we're offered, or what we're allowed, or people's humanity, bro. Like, this, like, genocide is considered okay as long as it's not put in the news. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
but I think cobalt's interesting in a way because, like, obviously, without it, we don't have these conversations and we can't spread it to the world. You know what I mean? It's an interesting, like, crossroads to be at. Like, what do I like? Put like people like boycott everything, but then sometimes you got to use the tools of the enemy to succeed in war. So
well, that's what I watched. I watched that in an old movie. Have you ever watched the movie SLC Punks?
No, CM Punk.
No, so like the Utah punks back in the day, He gets to the end of the movie anyway, and so it's like, he's like a punk rocker anarchist, like fully against the system as he's growing up. But then he goes and becomes a lawyer and shit. There's his later days, and then he turns around and says, "Well, I can do more damage in this. I can do more damage in the system than I can fighting against the system." So you're like learning.
I see what you said there, because you said Utah punks. Eh? You said Utah punks. Did you catch what you just did?
Yes, the UCL punks. It's based in Utah.
Yeah, no, but you didn't catch what you did there, Eels?
No.
So, do you know what's the dominant religion in Utah?
That's a Mormon, isn't it?
Yes, it's Mormonism. And you said over there, you go, and this is in his latter days. See, the latter day saints. I see that was good.
I didn't even do that.
That's pretty good, mate. Oh, fucking see.
Hey, look, mate. I can't stop it when I'm speaking the gospel.
I like that.
It's the Lord speaking through me. It's coming through me.
What orifice is he speaking through?
These are my confessions.
Just when I thought I said all I could spray. Yes. You didn't catch that one, Niels? I was like,
I didn't even catch that one, bro.
I caught it, Mozo. I caught it.
It was just the way the raw speak,
Yeah. I was like, is that Leeka or Joseph Smith? Let's see. Oh, holy Rick, Mozo. I keep going off screen like we're on TikTok. Yeah. So straight up, I feel high as 9/11 cuzzy right now, like straight up, but like I'm not even high, I just haven't had sleep, so I'm like running off of fumes, cuzzy. Yeah. So I do not take responsibility for anything that was said on this platform.
the myth.
Yeah, the myth.
What's the myth?
Yeah, high as the myth. The myth of the giraffe.
Yeah, it was the green screen. The green screen with the plane.
High as the green screen plane.
Yeah. The 9/11 now.
Oprah Winfrey. Let's play a game. First words that come to your mind when I say these. When I say this, first word that comes to your mind. Ready?
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, you get a car.
Hillary Clinton.
Cigar.
Holy Rick.
Isn't that all she's known for, bro? Getting pegged with a cigar.
A cigar. All right.
Bill Clinton pulling it out for a smoke.
All right, brother. Nutella.
Ooh, donut.
Ooh. Gold Coast.
Oh, look. Beaches.
Last one. I see what you did, Deals. Huh? I see that one. Read between the lines, mate. Gold Coast got the good beaches. Son of a beaches. Yeah, the beaches.
Where you swim at?
Wait, I got you the song. You know this one, brother? Tracker. Beaches and cream.
Million of peaches for me.
Oh, Milio. All right, Maruzo. Last word of the day, my brother, for the Uso Leeka. Are you ready?
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Drum roll, please. U.B.U.
Ooh, fire.
Yeah. Well, you got the right color for it too. Yeah. Good marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing.
Told you, we're trying to get that marketing scheme out there, bro. Like subconsciously, subconscious sales right here, family. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Oh shit. Yeah, that's it, Mo. So what fucking play our song, my brother, our jam before we get out of here, unless you got something else you want to tell the people.
Fuck it. That's funny. As my cheeks hurt right now.
Which ones? Also?
Those other ones always hurt, man.
Yeah, that's it. Now, shout out to everybody. Make sure you these episodes come out every Monday. I don't know if we're gonna drop this one Monday or if we're gonna do another one live. Maybe we'll see how things go. Mauso, you're gonna be seeing Mauso around. We're gonna do this forever, fam. So it's coming. We're gonna do more interviews, heaps more. So just stay tuned in.
100%,
Keep sharing
100%.
it out. Keep sharing it out. Mind that mic, fam.
Much love, fam.
Much love to all the haters. Fuck off that one. Thank you so much for watching this full episode of Mind the Mic. It takes a lot of time, energy, and effort to create these episodes. So to know that you've watched and listened to the entire thing means the world to myself and all our hosts. If you could, before you leave, please hit the subscribe button and share this episode out to as many people as possible. It would help us so much. Thank you again to everybody that's still here, still watching. Thank you for all your comments, all your shares, all the DMs. Appreciate you all. Make sure you follow us on every platform. Have an awesome morning. Have an awesome night, depending on where you are in the world. Mind the mic out.
Oi, have you hit the link in bio yet?
Watch full episodes on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all streaming platforms.